Nobody was saying that. The bro said Big Voodoo Talk.
It's Short Boy song right here. Don't get it twisted.
Short Kings.
Right.
What was that movie with Kevin Hart? When that little kid goes, see, the thing with you, he goes, the thing with me, I'm gonna grow. What are you gonna do, stretch?
That's true though.
What was that? That's the one with...
yeah, I got no hope, man.
Yeah, The Rock, right?
The Rock?
Yeah, oh, it was The Rock. When he was like in high school, they went to high school together. Yeah.
And The Rock was all, whatever,
Big.
fat and big and there. All right, let's get cracking.
Let's
all right.
get it going, baby.
Microphone's right there. Let's say what's up.
It's good. We're just gonna leave that there?
What's happening?
Yeah, figure we leave it right there and we can yell at that thing, but how's it look? How's it look, guys? Good? I'm not blocking Vu this time. Last time I was blocking Vu.
We are in it?
Scooch in this way.
All right.
But first time, I just wanted to meet up with these guys, so I'm here at MADE MOBB with Vu, Mark, Jesse, the main guys of the hour right now. Just here, Kri Chay, Kri Chay's Urban Hit Fit, also owner of Asian Pride Streetwear, here with MADE MOBB Streetwear. And just wanted to get with these guys, talk about Taste of AAPI, about Asian American and Pacific Islander stuff. Vu's gonna work, we're gonna all just mingle and talk, and we're just gonna share our story. So Mark had the idea, actually, last week about just talking about our story, about just who we are. Because we don't know, I mean, we know each other from seeing each other and things like that, but we don't know where we came from, who we are, why we're here, and all that fun stuff. So I wanted to just talk about that real quick. I got some simple questions on here, 9 questions. Not that we're gonna go off script, but you know, I wanted to just start out. Maybe Mark can start out. Kind of what, with the story you told me last week, and we'll just go back through it real quick. So first question, I'm just gonna throw it out to everybody. So this is gonna be kind of cool. I think we're just gonna freestyle it, but just tell me about your background. Tell me who you are, where you came from, were you born here? Like I was born in the U.S. Yeah. Like we're just gonna freestyle, just talk and share.
Okay, so of course my name is Mark Lanu, proper way is Lau Ngu, and I was born in American Samoa in a small village in Masfao. So we're behind the mountains. We're like almost like the country people of the island. We're kind of away from the city. So yeah, so I was born there. I moved to the U.S. when I was 10 years old, and then I ended up in Kansas City. It was just my auntie who was moving into it. She was driving out to California and just got tired of driving. So she's like, hey, I don't think I can drive this trailer another 24 hours. Man, what do you guys think about moving to Kansas City? I was a Chiefs fan. So I was sold. And that's how we ended up here. We just got tired of driving. So, yeah, I'm Samoan, like I said before. There's a pretty decent sized Samoan community here as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I noticed that too when I moved here. I've lived here for going on 20 years, almost 20 years now, and I noticed, I'm like, how the hell is there so many Samoans here? Yeah. There's so many Polynesians here, and everybody, because I train a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've trained like half the people who live in Independence.
Yeah.
That's and yeah, they all told me, they're like, well, there's a huge community here because that's where everybody came from. Is it where the church or?
The church. So a lot of them are Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Utah too, huh?
Yeah, Salt Lake City in here.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so there's a huge Mormon community here. But yeah, that's how I ended up here. Just like I said, it's a huge community here. We do Flag Day every year. Mm-hmm. So we go out there. I go out there to get the food, to see the dance, still be part of the culture. It's like the closest thing to home. So yeah, that's how, it's kind of cool, you know, having that community here. You get that sense of home still. But ideally, I know we talked about doing these videos just because like there's such a huge AAPI community here, but like a lot of us aren't familiar with each other's culture.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, it's cool, you know, here at MADE MOBB is like, he's from, you know, he's Laos, he's Vietnamese, and I'm Samoan. So it's like, you know, we fit the AAPI thing, but previous to this, it's like we know little of each other's culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't see Samoans hanging out with Vietnamese or wherever it may be. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just crazy. So like the more we've been at this table, it's like the more we've been able to educate each other on our own culture. But if you think about it, it's like that's where we have to build that taste of AAPI. Is like we have to start sharing these stories. We have to build tables talking to other cultures. You know what I mean? Because that's where it starts. It's just at a table like this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. And I love that you gave me the idea because, you know, we're slowly becoming the OGs. You know, got a kid on the way.
Yeah.
And second kid on the way, sorry. But we're slowly becoming the OGs, and we got to share our culture and our story and keep our heritage best we can. And you know, I'm working with like the Cambodian community. I want to do more here in KC, but helping my family up in Iowa and Des Moines and stuff. A lot of them are part of the new generation of running the Cambodian temple. So yeah, the Khmer Angkor Wat temple. Wow. And so first time they finally passed it down from the 60, 70-year-olds, and now the 40-year-old female, she's a president now, to taking over from the OGs. Then my cousins, Bai and Pin, Tony, Monica, they're all like board members, I guess, and they're all together now. They're working together to do the Cambodian New Year, which is Saturday, April 1st, up in Des Moines. So it's cool to see everybody coming together, and we're trying to keep our culture up there. I wish it was more prevalent, more here, I guess, in KC.
Yeah.
What's that?
More active?
Yeah, more active. Everybody here in KC, from the ones I know, everybody's just separate. I mean, we kind of know each other, but everybody's just separate. And I'm like, I want to bring everybody back together, especially with like Taste of AAPI and just. Yeah. And I mean, the term AAPI just came, what? Like
recently.
Pretty big. Recently, 2-3 years.
I didn't even know we had a month until like a little bit ago, like a few years ago.
I know.
I didn't know it's like a year ago.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this is a month for Asians.
Right,
That's
Asian
tight.
American Pacific Islander Month. What?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, you know what? We need to do something. That's why I did the event last year at my gym, because I'm like, we need to do something. If they're gonna declare it in 2021, they declared it in Kansas City, but then nobody did anything about it. But then I guess I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know who was gonna do stuff about it. I just thought the city, since they declared it, I figured, oh, they declared it, they were gonna do something. They didn't do shit. So,
True.
so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do an event at my gym. And that's what we did last year. So last year we had 9 families and stuff come and cook at my gym. So we had Laos, we had KP from Laos. We got Samoa.
He held it down.
Samoa,
Yeah,
he held it down.
I guess we had the longest line for sure.
He did, 45
Down
minutes.
for the people.
He had the longest line. I was like, shoot.
He said, I can't wait till this year. He's gonna have a surprise.
Yeah.
And we had the 2 Cambodians and Hawaii.
Yeah, I think that's like that's what's dope about the event that you held. You know what I mean? I had a good experience. You know what I mean? Coming there, and it's like, it was dope just seeing different cultures, man. It's like, so dope, you know?
The best way to experience other people's culture is through their food.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I feel like especially Asians too, and a lot of like, I talk to a lot of first gens or immigrants, and it's just like, that's where I found so much of like commonalities between all of us. It's like, that's what we've been doing a lot. It's like when we have meetings, we'll go eat. We'll do it over food now, and then you learn so much about other people's cultures and how similar they are. You think you're so different, but then it's like, no, like our family shows love via food, and having that dinner together to learn about each other and connect with each other is like, what better way to do that? You know what I'm saying? So Jesse hit it on the head.
And that's exactly why I wanted to do this again, because we know, especially in our 3 cultures, 4, that it's all about the food, man. Get together, sit on the floor, get
You eat with your hands?
Y'all eat with your hands too?
Yeah.
Y'all use utensils?
No.
We use chopsticks, and you know that fell spoon?
Yeah.
That's the shit we
Little
use.
soup spoon.
Yeah.
That's the only spoon I use. If I see a regular spoon, American one, I don't use it.
Y'all use?
I didn't know that was just.
Samoans use
I thought that was a
hand
regular
soup?
spoon growing up because it was always in the
Damn.
household.
Yeah.
I'll go to my friend's house or something growing up. I'm like, man, where's your big spoon at?
Where's your big spoon?
Where's your soup spoon at? Not knowing that,
Just
you know,
spoon.
that's just us.
Yeah,
That's tight.
that's funny. I get the same when I have clients coming over and stuff, and it's the first time at my house. I give them a spoon, and they're like, what is this? Or I give them chopsticks on purpose. I'm like, here's chopsticks. Fucking learn how to use it.
That's so fun.
Chopsticks is
Figure it out.
one of the most legit utensils, though.
It is.
Bro, you can use it for anything.
I carry a chopstick in my backpack when I fly.
That's hella Asian.
I carry
That's hella.
that's my
I got chopsticks.
weapon.
I got chopsticks in the car.
That's hella Asian. Damn.
In the glove.
I'm tripping, man.
You never know.
In the glove. I keep
Damn.
napkins and chopsticks.
Damn, gotta keep that thing on you. That's crazy.
Let's see. Let's go, Jesse. Same thing. Same question, basically.
Same question?
Yeah, same question. Like background and how you got here. You born here? You from here? What you got?
So I was born and raised here. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but not a lot of people know that my family was sponsored to get here because of the Vietnamese War or the Vietnam War. It's a funny story.
Same here.
Yeah, I think that's how a lot of just Southeast Asians got over to this side. But my family came from just small parts of Laos. It's a funny story because it actually starts with my mom and dad. Just throughout the years, they knew each other in middle school and known each other when they were young. But they would go years without seeing each other, and they'll see each other back in like refugee camps or whatnot. And then they both had an opportunity to get over here through sponsorship. And my mom got over here first, and then my dad was somewhere in Cali or Texas. And basically, it was kind of like a love story. He was just like searching for her. So he found her in found her in Kansas, and basically settled in Kansas, and out came me.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. So they got married here.
They got married here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't have a big Lao community. My mom's side is pretty big on this, on the Kansas side. So that's like all the Lao people I know is pretty much my family. And pretty much all the Lao people that I know now, even still here, you know, we're a small community. So we can, you know, when it's a small community, you consider each other, you know, family. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
You know, even if I don't, I don't know him.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a small community here though.
Yeah, we grew up with the same, I think, just in Asian culture, we all come from the same, like, morals, tradition, you know, a lot of that love that's really instilled and really not heard or shown.
Yeah.
Well, it's shown through food. I think that's the best way.
Or
our
ass
parents were able-
whoopings.
Yeah, or ass whoopings, for sure.
I love you.
Yeah. I yell at you because I love you.
Yep.
I got that a lot.
That's how my family came over here. My mom's side, and then my dad, you know, came to found her.
Damn, that's beautiful.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful.
I wish now that I'm getting older, I definitely like to dig into like their histories a lot more. But there are some things that I know might be a little hard to ask, like during the war and you know all those struggles. But you know, I just gained more of an appreciation for all that, for how I got here.
Heck yeah, you know my story similar. My mom, but mine was opposite. My mom was trying to find my dad. My dad got lost in the war, in the Vietnam War. Yeah, he was like a paratrooper, got lost in the jungle. My mom had already left the city, and she went back through the horrible, everything bad, the murders, the killings. Went back to find him.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Damn, that's some crazy
And-
shit.
She sound like a G.
Man,
crazy. She's OG,
that's some
triple A.
G, literally.
Triple OG.
She, or actually, I'm helping my mom write a book right now. It's called From the Killing Fields to the Cornfields of Iowa.
Damn.
Killing
that's
Fields to
crazy.
Cornfields. So I got the logo design and all that stuff. I just need to get the pictures in the book and then get it published. But I read through it, and there's a lot of stuff, like you said, the stories, the hard stories that we've never heard. I've never heard. I read in a book, and I didn't even know. I'm like looking at these names and reading the book. I didn't know that's my mom's name, but she changed her name.
Damn.
And then she kept saying, I like this boy, I like this boy. I didn't even know that's my dad's name.
Dang.
They changed the name so they can come here so they can get murdered. So they can get killed.
So this was during the Vietnam War?
And Khmer Rouge.
Okay,
Which is
so I
during
was about to
Vietnam.
ask about Khmer Rouge. Remember we talked about watching, you told me to watch that movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
First they killed,
First they killed my father.
dog,
Yeah,
that was
Netflix?
crazy, bro.
I told him about it. I'm like, bro.
I never knew about, I mean, I knew there was like a war, but I didn't know why. And that was the first time it was like telling that
Not hella
dog.
good,
It's,
like,
it's
Yeah,
sad as fuck, but it's an amazing movie.
It was an amazing movie.
I was like, damn, that's what the Cambodians went through. You know what I'm saying? Like there was so much fucking like terror and war during that time.
And
Man,
I think Angelina Jolie made that movie.
Oh, did she?
First they killed my father.
She has a kid that's Cambodian.
Yeah, she has
Oh,
two.
yeah, she does. You're right. Yeah,
She has
she
two
does.
kids.
Yeah.
One kid's Vietnamese too.
Yeah, she has a Vietnamese kid too, and a black
Damn.
kid too.
For real?
She need a loud kid then.
Yeah.
Hey man, you better apply for that position, bro.
She's like 60 years old now.
Jesse Jolie.
Still look good.
Still look good.
Still beautiful.
Yeah. And
Man, that's
so
crazy.
yeah, I'm helping my mom write the book right now from
That's amazing, bro.
from the killing fields to the cornfields, and it's just seeing and hearing all that stuff, and same thing. The cool thing is talking about food and stuff. You know, they were stuck in a refugee camp for 4 years in Thailand because they had to escape from Cambodia to Thailand. They lived in Bai Lin, which is northwest Cambodia, and they had to cross a river and everything. And unfortunately, some babies and kids died on this river.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
that
they're
boat
trying-
people too, right? Like small fishing boats that they escape through.
Yeah, and they
Is
had.
it the Mekong?
I don't know if it was a Mekong on this specific one when they had crossed. I don't remember seeing that. But yeah, when they got across, and then just like they had to leave the old people. Some people got hurt. Couldn't walk, and you just like, what do? You got to, because there's people trying to shoot you, trying to chase you, and reading the story and stuff. And they had to go across to Thailand, and people on the border of Thailand didn't want you to come in either. Like, who the fuck are you? With guns and stuff drawn. Then we got sponsored by the Methodist Church in Grinnell, Iowa.
Yeah.
So we ended up in the cornfields. So from the killing fields to the cornfields of Iowa. That's why I came up with that name.
That's tight.
But
Still.
you know, and like growing up, I don't know if you guys are the same. Like I didn't know what fast food was, because we just ate real food at home.
Yeah.
I didn't either
Same.
until teenage
Same.
years.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about like I don't think I went to an actual restaurant until I was like fucking like 12 or 13.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about
McDonald's.
that.
I
I was like,
It's like a
damn.
Vietnamese restaurant,
Yeah.
or like we did have McDonald's, like you know, every once in a while, and Church's Chicken.
Yeah, they
churches.
They
Damn.
consider that
Church's
as like
chicken
more of
top
a
dog.
I almost went
specialty
today,
kind of
shit.
thing.
Yeah, that's like a Sunday.
That's-
All right, we'll take you to fast food,
Like-
you know, McDonald's or something. But other than that, I can't remember. Oh, unless we got like that's not a restaurant either. When you got the Scholastic book thing and they give you the personal pan
Yeah.
pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro.
Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
Those are fire too, bro.
Get the star.
Those are fire. Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like the top thing,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
those
saying?
are
But
fire.
yeah, no restaurants unless it was
Book
like
it.
a Vietnamese.
Book it. It was called.
Damn. Get some
Book it,
pizza.
yeah, book it. That
Was
was
it?
it? Yeah, it was book it.
I never had bot pho until I was like in my 20s. I never.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how it's very much. I feel like all the immigrant parents are like, you know, kind of frugal in a way, but also like don't know how to eat American food. You know, it's only recently that I've been getting my parents to try more American food.
It's
So
more of a
it's always
specialty
cooked at
thing
home.
for them.
Yeah.
Like a special occasion. Like McDonald's was a special occasion.
And like you think about it, the whole going to a restaurant and like paying and tipping, like they probably didn't know how to fucking go in and order shit. You know what I'm saying? Like with,
Oh, man.
like I didn't even think about that. It's like my parents have like broken English back then. It's like
that's true.
how would they even
That played a
navigate?
role.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
think that played a role in it?
Oh, absolutely. Like I don't know how that
Damn.
works, so we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Damn,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right. I didn't even think
crazy.
about that.
Yep.
Because
So
that's
that's
like
probably, yeah, that's
It's
true.
a lot
Now,
going
my
on.
dad got
Yeah.
a McDonald's app. He's like, I get free Big Macs all the time.
nowadays or
Yeah,
back then?
Now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
now, yeah.
Like, he-
Bro,
that's-
I
he
didn't
proud
even
of
think
it.
about that.
Yeah.
How the language did play a role in that.
Oh, huge part.
So
Just
that's why I
imagine
didn't
being in
feel, didn't feel comfortable going to order food or eat out because it's
Yeah.
like I don't know how to read this shit in
Right,
English. So it's
right.
like,
I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what a fucking lasagna is.
yeah,
Why the fuck would I go get some shit?
lasagna, keep it- the cheese definitely there.
Yeah.
They probably didn't pronounce it like that. Lasagna, whatever it is. Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. What is this?
I think I got a glimpse of that when I went to Vietnam
Yeah.
and read all the menus. I'm like,
See what I'm saying?
I don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So you
know,
couldn't
I
really
can't
go
even
out there.
imagine going
Yeah.
into a whole world.
Yeah.
That's crazy because
That's crazy.
I always say that. I'm like, everybody should go internationally to a country that they don't know for that culture shock, because then you kind of feel for everybody that's going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro, that's
Like,
crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy. Like, cause you go there and then you're like, you don't speak their language.
Hell no.
You are an outsider to them, and then you're trying to navigate, and it's only because of the niceness of some of the people there that can help you out that you learn that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like
You really experience that culture.
yeah, and it's not
Bro.
like Asians were immediately accepted when they came over here, bro. There's a lot of racism. There's
Yeah.
very split on the war, and you know, especially with the Vietnam War, you know, the North was fighting the South, so it's like they all look the same. So are you Viet Cong or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you from the good side or the bad side? Are you communist or not? And you know, I'm sure there was a lot of racism that our parents had to endure.
For sure.
But there's also many people that really helped. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people at the time, luckily, that helped sponsor and understood that you know they needed a place. They needed a place to like that wasn't just full of war and terror all the time, which is crazy.
Dude, I remember like growing up and like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and because they came here in 1979, and I was born in '79 right here, like in Grinnell, Iowa.
Oh shit! So you're first gen.
Yeah, first gen.
Oh.
So the town I grew up in was like 9,500 people. So we were only like Asians, and there was like one black family in the whole town. Everybody else was white.
Damn.
So that's all I've known growing up. So when I moved to KC, it was a culture shock for me because I didn't see so many minorities in one place and there ain't no fighting.
Yeah.
So
Dang, yeah.
came over here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I went
When
to
did you come here?
2003,
How old were you?
23. I remember going to Bannister Mall and I'm like,
What?
I'm the only Asian here.
Hey.
I'm like, I'm the only Asian here. Everybody else is black. This is weird.
Yeah, south.
Bannister
Yeah.
Mall.
Then I'm like, where are all the white people?
Yeah.
Because I'm
crazy
around
'cause-
white people.
Yeah.
My parents used to go to Bannister Mall because our church, so we're Catholic, the church was off the sale. So as we were going to Sunday school, they would hit Bannister Mall.
What?
Yeah, so Bannister Mall was like one of the ones we hit. Very east side. East south, right?
Yeah.
Bannister's what? South, east south.
No, Bannister is definitely south.
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 Yeah. It's like a few blocks from my crib.
East of Truce and south.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving, Christmas would come, and I remember some people would bring food, like canned foods and turkey and things like that, to our family, and we didn't know why, because it was Thanksgiving, but we didn't know how to eat American food.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't know what the hell to do with these canned foods. We didn't know anything. And Christmas came, and all the toys were given to us, and clothes had holes in it or didn't fit us. And growing up poor, didn't speak English.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys had to take English as a second language, but I had to take ESL
Oh
classes.
yeah, I had to take ESL.
You took ESL?
Bro.
I
Yeah,
had to
they,
take
they
ESL.
had me in ESL to like
My sister did. My
second
older sister.
grade.
Bro, I was literally on my driving here. This girl popped up my newsfeed. I'm like, damn, I remember sitting in ESL class with her.
So all y'all had to take ESL?
Yeah, I mean English wasn't our
Dang.
first language.
Yeah.
No wonder you guys' grammar sucks.
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
playing.
for sure.
My older sister had to take it because she was actually born in Vietnam. She's 7 years older than me. She had to take ESL, but then when she got home, we would learn English from her. So we were, Vietnamese was our first language growing up, but we learned English just because she knew it. She was teaching us at home, so I didn't have to whenever I got into school.
Bro, so you really, like, English really your second language like that? Huh?
English was your
Dang.
yeah,
second.
it's mine too.
Oh, mine too, for sure. But
yeah.
we were
But
born here,
it's-
so I wasn't sure.
Oh no,
It
my
became-
parents speak full Vietnamese to me all the time. Like,
Yeah.
that's growing up. Back then they didn't know shit for shit, especially with English. Nowadays they know more. So we'll have they still speak to me in Vietnamese, and I'll answer in part Vietnamese, part English. It's like
Yeah.
full English.
But you're fluent, aren't you?
I know exactly what they're saying. I can't speak it because so I've lost so much of it that I think what I have to do is I have to translate everything to English in my head. So it takes another step. So I wouldn't say I'm fluent. I can't speak it very well.
You just know what they're saying.
I know exactly. Yeah, I can understand it all.
Yeah.
That's
Same.
exactly my case.
Yeah.
Same.
I just stumble when I speak. You too?
It's
Same.
needed
Yeah.
here,
Same.
Same.
like in order to navigate and really just maneuver in here in the States. But I definitely traveling overseas, it definitely brought me closer to want to be more fluent
Same.
and
Yeah,
really
that's
understand.
dope.
So if I ever go to Laos,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, I can
Bro, I thought you was
navigate.
fluent.
I can listen and I can hear and I can talk it back.
We can get by probably.
Yeah, I
you
can
know
get
what
by, but
What up?
I'm saying? What's up, Yag?
we're doing a little.
Hey, come in the camera real quick.
We're just doing a quick little.
No, this side.
a little return or something.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, this is our USPS gang.
Hey, YouTube, baby, we here.
Yeah,
How you been? How you been? You been good?
Good.
You still at the shop?
Yes.
How's that going?
3911 Main
Hey,
Street.
show your
I love
USPS
KC.
love.
That's right. I love KC.
USPS homies love because they treat us right and they
That's
take care
right.
of us.
Yes, thank
They're the
you.
best.
Shout out
She's the
USP.
best.
My guys.
She's been here forever.
Yeah, you've been our person.
Next time, give me a warning so I can look
You
presentable.
look good enough.
I mean,
You look good. You get the Chiefs. You get the Chiefs hat on. That's we good. But
We always appreciate you hosting for us. Too.
love it, love it, guys.
we appreciate you. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
Thank you. See ya.
Smells so good.
Does it?
Yeah, we got candles going in now.
Oh yeah, that's
fancy.
that's something new we'll be doing.
There's 6 guys here, so sometimes it smells musty.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
More.
Need the
Smell like guys in here. We'll see you later.
No,
We done got carried away.
but I do feel like
I love this
I have an appreciation for that, and it's like a more of a motive, just in case I ever go back or go to, since I've never been. But I want to be able to navigate like by myself.
Just to learn,
Yeah.
the,
I mean, I
learn the
wanna
language more. fluently.
Learn the just fully understand, comprehend,
Yeah.
and recite. I can like Laos and Thailand. It's pretty similar languages. So when I was in Thailand, I can understand everything, but I was more insecure to say anything back in Laos
Yeah.
or in Thai. They're like similar dialect.
Yeah.
You good?
Just put it on that
No,
table.
you can just.
Just grab it.
We can just. You want to eat it or you
Hell
want
yeah,
to just?
shit. My bad.
It's okay.
We talking about food anyway.
Yep.
We talking about Asian food,
Taste
about to
it,
eat some
yeah.
white
Some
food.
American food.
Some American food.
Man, you don't mind if I grab that, Kri? I'm sorry. I ain't ate,
you're
boy.
good.
I ain't ate either.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it for 2 seconds. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my family's thinking about going to Laos next year, so I'm like, shit, I got a year to learn a lot more about my culture.
Yeah.
You know, just being over in Vietnam with my girl, and she's able to navigate. She's fully literate. That's like her biggest flex. You know,
She could speak
So-
well and everything.
it made me appreciate that. So I'm like, I want to have that for when I go back, and really just talk to our elders, talk to anybody, you know, and have that full-on conversation. The conversations I have with my parents now are very, you know, just broken English,
Yep.
broken loud. So
You know, lately, I asked my mom if she wanted to be on YouTube, and she's like, "What?"
What?
And she's 73 years old, and so I videoed her cooking 4 different dishes so far, the ingredients and everything, so that way we all can know it and learn it and remember it. So we made some food the other day, me and Keo, my daughter. So made food, and we kind of forgot how to make it, so it was perfect. We went to YouTube, looked at the food that my mom had made on YouTube that I videoed. So I videoed my mom cooking
Yeah.
to try to remember our culture.
Yeah.
Because we can write it down, but
Yeah.
to see it all
Yeah.
naturally. She's like-
Yeah.
and she's speaking in Cambodian and English mix. And I said, "Mom, they can't understand that. You gotta say it in English."
You gotta have the subtitles on the
Yeah.
bottom. Bro.
And she said, just write it in there. I was like, "All right, Mom, whatever."
That's funny.
So we did that. So, all right,
That's
Boo,
a great idea, man.
your turn. Okay. So
My turn.
I know we went on a little tangent there.
Oh no, yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna put this right
I think
here.
that's why I don't know. These conversations just stem to other conversations that stem to other ones, and just
All
keep
the
going
time.
forever. But I'm Vu. I go by Vu Radley. That's not my real name. It's a literary throwback to the only book I ever read, To Kill a Mockingbird, and I thought it was funny, and and then it kind of stuck with all my social media. So that's why you see it. But I'm actually Vu. Last name's Win. Y'all probably heard or know plenty of wins. Nguyen is pronounced Win. But yeah, it basically similar stories. Parents are immigrants. Mom and dad lived in Vietnam in a village called Nha Trang, which is like a beachfront, kind of middle of Vietnam. So, you know, growing up there, they had always, you know, seen war. So basically, to break it down, because it took me a while to figure out what was going on, it's like the North was communism and the South was, you know, fighting against that. So when the war happened, the North and South were fighting. My parents were in the South side. And then at that time, my dad was about 18, got drafted in a war, you know, fought in the war for 3 years, and then the war ended. That was the fall of Saigon, and then that's they stuck around for a couple more years in Vietnam, and then this guy decided to, you know, do the escape plan, man. So actually my dad went first. It was a crazy story that I actually learned recently. Is like they were gonna all escape together because it was my mom, my dad, and my older sister, who's like 7 years older than me. She was a baby at that time. And then they set up this thing where the family friend was gonna come with the fishing boat, right? Pick up my dad and then pick up my mom and sister. Well, the family friend kind of fucked them over, took the money from them, only picked up my dad and dipped. So that's why my dad came over first. So they went on the boat and found refuge in the Philippines, stayed there for 2 years. You know, a lot of that is what happened. They get on these tiny fishing boats, hit the ocean, and hopefully get saved by U.S. Navy ships or hit land. So yeah, that's kind of like what my family stemmed from. Finally got sponsored by other Vietnamese family that have been over here already. He ended up in the Ozarks. And then I think I'm messing up the dates, but I feel like it was like 3 or 4 years later, my dad got to a space where he could sponsor my mom and my sister over. And so they also hit a boat, ended up in the Philippines for like a year or two, and then finally got sponsored over by the family. And so it's crazy because as soon as my sister was born, my dad left. So the first time she saw my dad, she was 5 years old. Damn. Yeah, so she saw him at the airport here, and it's like, it took them a while to even like, you know, because she's like, I don't fucking know you. I haven't seen you for 5 fucking years. So it was crazy. And then, yeah, I was born a year or so after, you know, they got busy. Right. Your boy popped out. And I'm actually the first generation, first one born in both sides of my family. So I'm the first American born. And so, yeah, that's been our story. You know, we grew up in the Columbus Park area and then moved to Northeast and Northland. So I was always been around the metro. But you know, the Vietnamese community in KC is definitely bigger than the last community. Definitely bigger than Samoan community. I think definitely bigger than the Cambodian community. Bigger? I think it's bigger.
Well, I think that's
yours pretty big.
I think so.
I mean, we have a pretty big Vietnamese base. It's pretty big.
Like the census says, Vietnamese is the
biggest.
Yeah, the biggest.
Yeah, it's crazy because when Vietnamese,
Asian.
Oh. Yeah, at least for Asians. Yeah, at least for Asians. Because I think there's a lot of other. Oh, thanks. But I think there's a lot of. You can just put it there, bro. I think there's a lot of other minority groups that are bigger, but with Vietnamese people, like Southeast wise, we were pretty big. Like the Columbus Park area, where Vietnam Cafe and Cafe is. It was like Little Italy at first, but then a bunch of Vietnamese people kind of like, I think, like we kind of overtook it. And so I think it's because Vietnamese people are either divided between like Catholics, mainly Catholics or Buddhists. And so if you're Catholic and Vietnamese, you went to the same church. It was Holy Martyrs. And so if you're Vietnamese and Catholic, our families probably know each other. But yeah, that's kind of how we're here. And so ever since then, it's just been Kansas City my whole life. So yeah. But yeah, similar stories. I feel like that's crazy because the Vietnam War affected so much more than just Vietnamese people. It affected Laos people and Cambodians. I'm sure, you know, Thai people too. I don't know. The older I get, the more I want to do that research and talk to our parents about these stories. Like, you know, Kri's documenting the stories of his mom through food. And, you know, like for me, it's like every time I go to have dinner over there, I ask them more questions about their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like leaving their lives for a fucking land that you don't know shit old, about. Man. Yeah, and they're getting old. And it's just like, my dad was in war for 3 years, and he'll openly talk about what happened in the war. And I'm like, damn, you went through a fucking lot, bro. Like, how old was he? He was 18 to 21. He was in war. And he was like frontline kind of shit too. Like, yeah, the stories are crazy, man. He watched some of his friends, like, you know, fucking die. He watched a lot of fucking bloodshed, and I'm like, damn, no wonder you got PTSD. Well, I don't think that's another thing. It's like Asians don't really understand that there's things as mental health. So yeah. It explains a lot of his anxieties and like the way he thinks, the way he does. You know,
that's why they don't like war thing, right? That's why they just keep everything to themselves.
Yeah. The older they get, though, like I've seen them open up more about it all. Like right now, I can have full on combos, and he'll tell me about
I guess they
particular
wait
days
for
to
us to get
remember.
older.
Yeah, I think
For sure.
Yeah.
they don't want you to hear about the, how gruesome it was. It's like, they came here for a better life for us,
Yeah.
and so they hide some of that shit from us. So, but yeah, man, it's crazy how interconnected everything is with that. I think it's cool. It's crazy.
Imagine being like, imagine being in the third grade. You go in there, you talk about like career day, right?
Yeah.
You talk about your dad. Yeah, my dad was in the war. He killed this dude, cut their heads off. He pulled this dude's eyeballs out. So it's probably best they didn't tell you. Know what I mean? They had hear all this information from us till we got a little older.
Man,
I didn't
hey, shout
become
out Shake
curious.
Shack. Our homies at Shake Shack.
Yeah, shout out Trick Shot.
Make sure
Yeah.
we eat.
Appreciate y'all.
Keep us fed. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's like, yeah, it's insane. You come to a new, for you were the immigrant pretty much.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, your story is like similar but also
Yeah.
very different. You're
Mine
like,
is very different.
like Lise will be able to say, I'm a first gen,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And then I already see you teaching her more about like just Samoan words and just things like that. And it's just like, I think that's the things like as we get older, the more I think about it is like what traditions
Yep.
are gonna get carried on. There's some traditions in our culture that shouldn't be carried on. Like I think so. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
me
things
too.
that are weird.
There's
Me too.
some
I think the same.
hard facts.
Yeah.
But the easiest thing is food. That's the easiest
I think
to
food and
pass
language.
on.
Yeah.
I think food and
Food and
language,
language.
are very important.
Yeah.
I think like celebrations too. You guys have like Laos New Year.
Yeah, we have the same New Year.
You guys have the same New Year?
What?
Yeah. Campbell's and Laos people?
Yep.
Y'all
Nah,
all
right
keep it
next to each
together?
other.
Lao
or
Nah,
no?
Tai
next to each
Cambo
other?
New Year.
Lao Tai.
Oh, it's
Cambodia.
all.
Oh, y'all next to
Yeah.
each other?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all-
we're next to
y'all
each
right
other.
next to each other? Oh, okay.
Dang,
We might do it
I
on
didn't
a
know
different weekend though.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
like well, I can never pinpoint the exact date because
It's like
there's
a
so many
multi-day.
different.
It's always in April. We just
yeah.
know that.
Oh, for real?
It's like April, Mayish.
Damn, that's kind of like Vietnamese people. Tet is Lunar New Year. It's always like, I don't know, I forget what it is, but it's always a different date every year, but it's.
Yours has at least like a good range.
Yours
like
doesn't?
within the weekend. Ours can be like any
31
given day within
That's so
a month,
funny.
Yeah.
just because of where you want to celebrate it. Because like the Lao New or just the full New Year, we celebrate it in different weekends. The big one is like in May in Saginaw, Texas.
Yeah.
That always happens. I think they wait for everybody else to have theirs, and then they wait for that big one.
Is that like the Dallas area?
Yeah,
Because-
actually, I don't know where it's from near Saginaw.
Because I asked. So we're doing the Cambodian New Year April 1st in Des Moines,
Nice.
and then the one in Dallas, Texas is April 13th.
You going down there?
2 weeks later. I'm not going down there. I got too much crap with the taste of API.
Oh, yeah, you're right there. That's right.
And then April 29th, I asked people, hey, do you want to come cook? And they're like, no, we're going back down to Dallas, Texas again for the Lao New Year.
People are torn it.
bro.
Yeah, they
Damn.
got the 13th in Dallas, and then because there's a temple, there's a temple,
Oh, that
Yeah,
makes
you're going
sense.
to all these temples too.
and then
Huh.
all these people are still they don't want to cook here with us. They want to cook down there because they're gonna make a lot more money.
What is
down
it,
there,
a
too.
Buddhist temple? What is
Yeah.
it? Oh, Buddhist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
But it's not
That's
the same.
essential.
It's not the same temple though. They got the Lao temple, they got the
Oh.
Cambodian temple, they got the Thai temple.
That's crazy.
All in Dallas?
Yeah.
What?
And then you're going to what?
I'm going to Sabaidi Fest.
Sabadi?
So, yeah.
Thai.
So Sabaidi just is a common greeting in Laos. What's dope is it's this cat who basically flipped this whole festival from doing streetwear from Laos. Like
Lao Supply?
yeah, Laos
I
Supply.
had hope.
So he's been doing it major. He flipped it from clothes to a restaurant and then to a festival.
That's dope.
So it's really just keeping kind of it is keeping like the culture together. He's really, championing it.
Yeah.
What's dope is I've never seen a festival of just like Lao artists or just all of Lao people coming together for
That's
that.
dope.
So yeah, I'm about to go do that this weekend. So it'll be dope.
That's super fun.
I know the food's gonna be dope. So
Where's that one at?
it's in Cali. It's like 30 minutes away from Anaheim, so SoCal. Rancho Cucamonga. Silver Lakes Sports Complex is where it's at. So,
It's gonna be
but
tight.
yeah, man, shouts out to them. They brought like big Lao figures from overseas that I know they probably never stepped a foot in U.S. But they got a good Lao fan base here, enough to fly some people out. So
That's dope.
I'm basically just gonna go for the culture, experience the food, experience everybody coming together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That always is dope. I mean, like, what they're doing with that is like very nationwide. It's bringing a lot of people from all parts of the nation all in one. That's fucking tight. We used to have something similar with the Vietnamese people and Catholic Vietnamese people will always meet up in Carthage.
Carthage, yeah.
Yeah, you know about that?
Yeah, I've been there once.
Crazy.
Carthage, like Carthage.
Carthage, Missouri.
They don't do it anymore?
What?
They still do it.
It's a huge thing.
It's like, bro, Vietnamese people from all over the U.S.
To me, it was weird.
Carthage?
It's absolutely weird. To
They
go
still
pray.
do it? They still do it?
They still do it to this day. So it's like a 3-day thing or however
What?
long, and you
get
meet up there
tents,
and you
get-
pray.
You get tents and you just sleep
Yeah,
out.
you tent out in fucking Carthage, Missouri.
Yeah.
Um,
Because there's a church.
there's church there, and
Same like that's the one here.
yeah. I forget the main story. That's bad of me. I forget the main story of why it's Carthage, Missouri. But there's a reason.
Yeah.
It's like something happened there, and there's
I've looked
like
it up
martyrs or
before.
something there.
Yeah, I've looked it up before. I don't remember it either.
Forget. But as kids, we used to
guys
go
show you how to
there
unlock everything.
and just kick it. And it was bad because it was like, young bucks, we're teens, we'd go there, we'd party. But we'd meet so many people from all over the nation. It's like that's when all the homies from different parts of the world would link up and we kick it, all the Vietnamese food out there. There's some aspects of it that one of the greatest is like there's always fights and shit out there. The kids are being crazy and shit. But it was similar to that, to where that's probably the biggest event we had, which is dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember when my buddy invited me to that 15 years ago. I had no idea that a lot of Vietnamese were Catholic.
Yeah,
I thought
crazy.
I thought all Southeast Asians were Buddhists, and I didn't learn that till age 24. And I'm like, what the hell? I thought everybody's Buddhist.
I'm
Yeah, man,
Protestant
crazy,
Christian.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since the Methodists sponsored us to come here,
Yeah,
So I go to
that makes
Methodist
sense.
church.
That's why I asked you. I was like, how'd you know Protestant?
yeah,
Essentially, what I told Boo is my family felt so appreciative, of a family who brought us over here. So they kind of just learned their ways. Like, why would you do that out of the goodness of your heart? It was because of their faith.
Yeah,
So they adopted that faith.
yep.
that's crazy. What are Laos people mainly? Buddhists and what? Just mainly
Buddhist and Christian.
Yep. Same Cambodian, yep.
Yeah, ours is Buddhist and Catholicism. Nuts.
Yeah, that's different. All right, let's jump to the next two questions. This one's
Man, that's
pretty-
funny. All right, later. Question number 2.
next question.
Just let it roll off.
Hey, that's what I love about this.
It gets so loaded. man.
We'll make this a combo question. Anybody can answer, right? How do you guys meet each other to start the business together? And whose idea was it to do it? And why did you do it? So how do you meet? Whose idea? Why'd you do it? How'd you do it? Yada yada yada.
Am I answering this?
Yeah, answer that one because you're good at that
I
one.
got it. So ideally, it was just the idea came from seeing somebody had a shirt on that said Trippy Man. So I mean, let's say seeing them come in and having that mindset, just feeling like you can do better. It was like, hey, we can do better. And so that's exactly how it started. Just seeing somebody, an idea happen as your regular 9 to 5.
Yeah, me and Mark and another guy were working at Sprint at that time. And so it was crazy because we were working corporate jobs and just
Corporate job.
trying to figure out how to get
And
away.
what's funny about this time though? What's crazy about this time is this dude Vu was on his way out to go to Vietnam.
Yeah.
He was just getting ready to leave. And so we were just
Journey,
talking
bro.
about like, bro, we should do this, we should do that. And at first it was so funny because him and the other dude, they'd done like the clothing thing, like they try to sell it or whatever, and they're like, nobody's really buying that right now. But I'm like, bro, we've never done it together. I'm like, we should try it. And so we kind of just combined our minds. He was already went to school and had the experience of designing. Me, I was kind of like a club rat at the time. I just knew a lot of people. And the other dude, just numbers, things of that nature. So That was back in 2012, and then we launched in 2013. So last month was our 10-year mark.
Nice.
And so, but yeah, and then Jesse was actually funny. I met him through his sister. We had a class together at K-State. One thing, you know, led to another. It's funny, if we met this dude, first time we met Jesse, this dude, I remember he pulled out his laptop. Right, he pulled out a whole PowerPoint. Like, yeah, I think we do it like this, and we do it like this, but, you know.
That was not the first time we met.
The first time was the photo shoot,
The
right?
first time I pulled up on him.
Hey, bro, you want to be in this photo shoot?
The first time, I'll break it down. No. So my sister went to school with him,
Yeah.
and me and my homie Lance, we were already in the midst of writing out our business plan, doing all this for, you know, a streetwear line. And my sister was like, I got somebody that's like a month in on doing that right now. You guys should link up. So I said, all right, let's link up. I just pulled up to one of their shoots, and funny to say, one of the models that was supposed to model there was one of my homies too. He didn't show up, so I was like, man, I gotta take responsibility for him.
Yeah, I remember being like, "Did your boy show up?" Nah, he's not here.
So
It's like, can you model?
I was like, yeah, I can. I don't do that, but you know, I'm here.
Yeah, that was the
Jesse's
first
a
time.
model, y'all.
But he's a model.
Hey,
Nah.
yo,
He's the first
hey,
made
hit me
model.
up for bookings.
Yeah, first made my model right here.
They didn't feed me.
Yeah.
They didn't feed me. No, but after that, I thought it was cool. So I just felt like we were on the same path. So we linked up a lot, and it wasn't the next time, but it was probably a good time after that. I was like, man, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
So that's when I hit him with it wasn't a PowerPoint. It was just, you know,
It was a PowerPoint. It was a
It's
slideshow.
PowerPoint, bro.
you know how to bring the value.
We buy Excel sheets.
But after that, and, you know, it became history.
Well, that's how everything started.
Yeah, so we've known each other probably 10, 11 years. And the reason we got together is literally because of MADE MOBB.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have never met any of you
No,
guys.
yeah.
Well, you through Sprint,
But any of the
never
people-
got this
yeah,
close.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for just the passion we have for what we did, you know what I'm saying? Everybody played such different roles, and we were like, you know, that's why it's called MADE MOBB. It was a group of dudes with all kinds of different skill sets, but one passion. And we pushed forward into that, and, you know, 10 years later, you know, we're still rocking, so
Yeah.
it's crazy.
All right. Next, let's go right with that. So this one might be kind of a harder question, but how about other aspiring Asians and islanders who want to start a business? That's always a tough one. Any advice? What words of advice would you give? I'll start. Is get to know your team.
Yeah.
Trust is a huge one. I failed by being too nice.
Yeah.
You know, giving out even information.
Yeah.
Giving out information and people taking it and doing other things with it or whatever, and just not in the best interest, I don't think, of what we were supposed to be doing. Have clearly defined, you know, mission statement, what you want to do, where you want to go, and that's why, like, for the Taste of AAPI, the mission statement is creating a sense of community, unity, and inclusivity by sharing authentic ethnic foods and cultural heritage from Asian American, and Pacific Islander communities. So community, unity, and inclusivity by sharing foods and cultural heritage. That's the mission statement of this. So I don't know. Any words of advice you guys want to throw out there?
I think mine is more so of like the Samoan culture. We come from ownership, so we own land, we own plantation, we own pigs, chicken, you name it. We own. You know what I mean? So it's like we always have that sense of ownership, and it's like, you know, if you want that sense of, you know, that ownership, it's like, you know, entrepreneurship is it's that thing. It's that route for us. It's like, and we have such a lot of our mentality. We're so eager to like learn. Like as Samoan people, we always want to learn. You know what I mean? Like we might be some big ass people. We might have you know, we all, you know, got a bad reputation here and there, but man, we're just so kind-hearted people. You know what I mean? Always willing to learn, always willing to put in the work. So like for us, for me, to Samoan people, it's like, man, the Islanders is like, you know, the grind is easy. You know, we already used to that. We put in work, but it's like having to be around the right people. You know what I mean? Having to be around. I'm the only Samoan in MADE MOBB, so it's like or around. I'm not around other Samoans like that. You know what I mean? So a lot of the stuff I have to deal with, or my own thing, I have to deal with that shit on my own. You know, and I wish kind of like I was around my people more, but I know I'm laying that foundation for the next wave. You know what I mean? So when Samoan people, you know, people try to build their companies up, it's like I'm able to, you know, have that blueprint already. It's like you can do this, you can do that, because we always share information. We always like seeing each other win. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, man, just ownership.
And that's the thing too. Is like he's made me think about different things. Right there, it's like we can create. Who knows? We can create a program where we're helping other, you know, Islanders and other Asians that want to start business, and we be the information giver to them to help them out in our community, especially in our community and shit. United States, the world. That's how I look at it. I look at it in a broader sense. Kansas City we can start with, but
do we have we have an AAPI community of like board members and all that?
not really. No, we have the ethnic committee that does the Swope Park Festival, which I talked to them, and not really. I mean, but they encompass everybody. They have Europe countries. They have South.
But nothing very.
But nothing API that I've seen.
Kansas City.
That I've seen. No, nothing. So I googled it. I looked on Missouri. I looked at, and there's nothing really in Missouri at all. So I'm like, well, you know what? Why not start it?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to do this all with you guys.
Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I guess when you're trying to, start anything, you look for resources, and there isn't a lot of API like resources that we can tap into for members or just the community, for them to tap into. How'd you get to this point? Use the leaders to leverage their experience.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something you can start too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down to start whatever. I just want to help the community out, man.
I think that with Asians, sometimes, I know growing up, and still to this day, I need to get better at it. I don't like asking for help. Like, it's always that hustle mentality of like, figure it out. Figure that shit out. So I think that what we've been doing with MADE MOBB, we try to collaborate. We try to be open. We never see anybody as competition. We see everybody as we've learned the knowledge, and anything we can pass to you and save you a step, we want to do that. Because as Kansas City grows and the culture grows, we're all going to grow together. You know what I'm saying? And I think we've gotten to a place where it's like, we've made a mark in KC, and I'm seeing it more daily. And I'm always in my head thinking about how it can be bigger and better. But I think we have made a decent mark on KC to where, this table that we're sitting at right now is right in the middle of the retail store. Like, we want people to be a part of this table. And I know growing up, it's funny because growing up we always said, who do Asians beef with? Other Asians, right? Yeah. And so it's like, I see a lot of that changing now, and it's dope that we can all work together and be able to, because in America, we're all gonna get bulked up, no matter if you're Cambodian, Laos, or whoever. You're Chinese, fool. Like,
that's true. Everybody saw us as Chinese.
Yeah, it has progressed, but we're still in a space, like, with the Oscars, like Michelle Yeoh, and what was it, what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah, that was
her being the
short round.
Yeah, short round. Her being like the first Asian American woman, like, bro, that should have been a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it just now the first Asian American woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. So I think that I would say with the Asians, like, let's band together. You know what I'm saying? Let's help each other out, and it's you can do more together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with all the things going on with the Asian hate and things like that, like there's no better time than now to just be like, you know, you see it here. It's like, I don't think we didn't create MADE MOBB and be like, all right, you're Samoan, so let's be a part of it. I need a Laos guy, and I need a black guy, I need a white guy. Like, we didn't start it like that. It's just,
How y'all doing?
this is our homies, this is our family now, and we're diverse as fuck. And so we want to continue to be able to say, you know, MADE MOBB is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is even past just the Asian side of things. It's more of like, you know, Kansas City too. You know, Kansas City as a whole and a culture is like, we want to help do our part in the city to be able to give back. And that may not be monetary right now because, you know, we're still a small business.
Yep.
But it's maybe through knowledge and maybe through events that promote knowledge and promote better health, mentally, physically, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing is promoting better health.
Yeah.
And with the things that you're doing physically, it translates to mentally. So thank you for what you do in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's dope to see this table full of so many different people, but you know, it's AAPI.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I like think it even so dope just like just having a small business in Kansas City, like not necessarily just like you know, especially streetwear, like clothing. It's like when we were coming up, it was like we had that thing of like, you know, to be successful in this realm, it's like you got to go West Coast. You know, and I think the thing I'm so proud of us about is being able to build that straight from Kansas City. It's like I ain't gotta, you know, here you just pull up. We ain't some dudes you gotta email out to. You ain't got some dudes you try to call to. You just literally pull up. Somebody's here. You can rap with. So like, you know, I think that's, I don't know. I feel like that's a, you know, MADE MOBB is a huge, I don't know, thing for even our own people here. You know what I mean? So, oh man, they did it in Kansas City. They didn't have to leave. This and that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm proud of you guys, you know, with when you guys when you hooked up the deal with the Super Bowl 2 years ago, you know, that was tight. Had all the gear for that, and then of course just providing all this other stuff.
That was a milestone.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Growing up, you know, Chiefs fan, diehard. So that was definitely one ticket that we definitely wanted to check.
And now you're in the airport too, at 4 locations inside the new airport.
Man, Kansas City is just growing all around.
yeah.
We got a lot of cool things happening. What is it, Penway Park, and then all this over here.
Yeah.
It's Penway Park. That's the one with the Ferris wheel. I didn't know what it was called. The area is on the call.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
think
be
it's
Penway as well, yeah.
Penway. It's called Penway.
Penway, yeah. It's
And what's the other one? The one with the Smokers Club? You got something about, what's that area called?
Smoky
I forget.
River.
Riverside.
Blah 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 over here, blah blah blah, and it's just like, well, fuck. Now I feel like an outsider because nobody really accepts me. America don't accept me. Vietnam's like, you American? I'm like, who the fuck am I? So I battled with that for a little bit, of just like trying to figure out like identity, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I know I'm Vietnamese. I know. Well, you Vietnamese American fool, and that's how it's gonna work. You're gonna have to go through that. Our children will still have the blood, but they won't have to go through a lot of the struggles I think that we went through. So it's growing older.
The
I'm
world
like,
too, though, is different.
it's changing.
World is a lot more.
They'll go through their own set of issues. Don't get me wrong.
their
Every
own issues,
generation will, but like not this whole barrier between. There'll still be racism later, of course. It's never gonna end.
Yeah.
But not that barrier between.
As long as there's hate.
Yeah. Not that barrier
And
between
motherfuckers
like
that are
cultures.
insecure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's just like, mom and dad, why do we have to do things this way? That's how we did it. And it's just like, but it's not American. Like, can't we just do the same thing? Can't we just have turkey on Thanksgiving, Mom? No, we're gonna have
Turkey. That sounds fire though.
Back then it wasn't. I was like, fuck you. Fuck
Shit.
with me all the
I've
time.
had both.
Now I'm fucking. I'm
Pho
like,
and turkey.
yeah.
For real, both?
Yeah. See, what's dope about like Asian culture and cuisine and all that is we still learn the traditions of American. So like Thanksgiving, but when you go to a Thanksgiving at an Asian household, you can get a turkey, but you get Asian food too.
Yep.
You get all like you get egg rolls, you get pho.
That's what I do. I eat the turkey. Well, first I eat the American food last. I always eat the
It's
Asian
the
food first.
Yeah, heavy.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
heavy.
It's heavy, you're
For
right.
sure. That puts you
Because
to sleep.
well, my mom, she lives 4 hours away, so I never get to experience her food once every few months. So when I go up there, I'm like, hey, Matt, what you got? What you got today?
That's crazy.
Yeah, saitay, catillo.
Your mom
noodles.
cooks American food too then? So she does the turkey?
No, my sisters do.
Oh, gotcha.
Me and my sisters do and stuff. And my brother. But no, they don't. Let's see. What can we wrap up with here? Final question. It's a simple one. Simple one. What is your favorite dish from your own culture, and what's your favorite dish from a different Asian or Islander culture?
Oh.
Maybe when you think about
Man,
this,
I can-
one, I don't know.
Oh, that's-
See, so I can start with this one. Pho is my favorite dish. Like,
Ever.
thank y'all people for that.
You're welcome, bro.
And we call it catillo.
Catillo? Does Cambodia have their own pho too?
Just catillo.
Does it taste like Laos people pho?
But Lao people pho is different a little bit from
tastes-
Vietnamese pho
tastes like
because
good
their
really?
broth is very clean. I like my broth like very hearty. When you go to like Lao pho event, you'll see hella shit on the table because you can just mix and match and do a whole bunch of different things in your pho. So
Bean
now it
sprout,
becomes-
you got soy sauce, you got fish sauce, you got
fish
garlic.
sauce,
you got-
everything. So I like it like super packed and flavorful, sweet, sour, super spicy. But when I went to Vietnam, what I did like about their pho was that they had just fresh ingredients everywhere. They had fresh chili, they had fresh garlic. That was the thing. You know, over here you get sriracha and hoisin on the table. Over there, every table had fresh chopped chili and garlic, which was a new thing I didn't expect. And their noodle was just different. It was just a little bouncier because over here it's frozen and whatnot. But so I mean, pho would be my favorite from Laos, and then also from Vietnam. It's just the different iteration of that.
You ate
that
pho
same
every day, right?
I pretty much ate pho every day, and I documented it when I was in Vietnam, like pho bowl 1, pho bowl 5.
Oh, when you were in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I was just trying different places, and
Did you
it's-
rate them? Like,
No, I didn't rate them. But I had this favorite one that I would always go to because we stayed in District 4, so that's like the Westport Party District area. There's not a lot of hotels in there. There's like 2 hotels, and we stayed in one of them. And right in front was or a couple steps was this lady in her pho cart.
On the street?
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta show you some videos. It's
Oh yeah, we need to go through your video.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fire.
it's basically a whole district of just like a bar and restaurants.
No,
So-
I'm saying it's like instead of like a hot dog stand outside, they had a fun.
Yeah, they had a pho cart.
Damn,
so this
for
lady would
real?
pull up to
you
this,
one right here.
In the alleyway, baby.
Bro, that's so fire.
Yeah, they'll pretty much just pull up same time every day from like 8 a.m. to 3 until they sell out, and they have tables already set out everywhere.
Was it smacking?
Yeah,
On the street?
she knew us. I knew faces. Like I would see the same people. It
What?
was
That's
dope.
dope.
And like their street dog knows us. You know, the dog will come up to us.
Say what's
you
up.
know, say what's up.
What?
But it was definitely a dope experience, and it just brings me closer.
Man, I might go down there after this. Vietnam Cafe after this.
Yeah, VC.
I'm getting hungry, bro. I want some
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Fun. You talking about fun? I just want some fun, bro.
Pho you can digest like that. though.
Like,
Yeah,
even,
pho's
even,
light.
even
That's why I get a lot of
super
brisket,
fat
a lot of
bowl.
meat,
Yeah.
meatballs
Yeah.
in it. Make me extra full because I get hungry quick after eating it.
Hey, what's up, Abdul? We're just finishing up this little interview thing, so if you want to chill over there
What's up?
for a little bit, we'll get right with you.
But also, like, Lao food it's very complimentary. You have to have a lot of stuff. Like, we'll do, like, Lao sausage and then papaya salad and then some dips and some sauces, sticky rice, a soup. Like, you're supposed to eat all of that, and everything complements each other.
That's similar
You know,
to it.
it's like when you sit down and you eat with your hands.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just pick like that one dish, but I could probably eat pho every day.
This is fun.
I could probably eat pho every day.
Fun. That country, that country.
Yeah, I think that's
He was
like,
like Laos pho and Vietnamese pho.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
rice and teriyaki chicken, some shrimp.
That's it.
We simple people. You know what I mean? But we have food options so big though.
Wait, what
You
was
know,
the Samoan dish that you liked the most?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. There's probably not one dish I didn't like. They're so fire, bro. Like we have our own plantation, so kalo. Y'all call it taro. Taro, y'all call them here. Taro, we call them kalo. Like we grow all our. No. Taro is like a
Taro is
purple. Like a purple. It's purple, but it's real popular thing.
Oh yeah.
It's real popular. We're known for
a
growing
root
that shit.
vegetable.
It's a root. That's what I mean.
We call it so fire. Breadfruit. We call them ulu. Ulu. They're so fire. Ulu. And then there's like a dish I didn't like. I love the octopus. That's probably one of my favorite dish. They cook the octopus. That's so fire. What else I like? The palusami. Palusami. I don't know. Explain like a coconut, onion. Just the leaf is. I can't remember what kind of leaf it is. The umu where we cook the pig under the ground.
Oh yeah.
Everything's so fresh. You know what I mean? So like, man, there's not a Samoan island dish I don't like. You know what I mean? They're all so fire, so easy.
That's cheating, bro. You gotta pick one.
It's so, bro.
Like I like them all.
It's just
You
so
gotta pick
fire,
your favorite
bro.
one, dog.
Bro, I'm simple, man. I like the octopus. I can eat the octopus probably all day.
What they do with that? Grill it up or something? What is it?
They're
Marinate
cooking it
with?
something, marinated or something. But cut it up, it's chewy. I just like the texture. It's fire.
I love octopus.
Then the breakfast, the Hawaiian, they call it what, a loco loco, whatever it's called.
Loco
the
moco,
egg.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they love that.
So fire.
That's
so
what everybody
easy to
kept
make.
saying.
What's
Put
that?
the egg on top of it.
They see like
Rice
meat
foundation.
on top of a bed of rice
Yeah.
and an egg on top.
Bro, that's so common.
Yeah,
With
y'all
like,
do that too, right?
Yeah, like bonnet.
Yeah.
I had bonnet like every other day
I
too.
saw a meme that's like, there's something about dropping an egg on top of rice that's so Asian.
Bro,
and I was like, yo,
that's
hella
correct.
Asian. Because
Yeah.
literally you just need a protein, and you
Yeah.
marinated protein,
Yep.
an egg,
Yep.
and then white rice.
White rice.
It's golden.
Throw some serenade on there.
Yeah,
Sit up
that's
in
a
there.
serenade. Shout out serenade.
There you go. There you go. I don't know. What about yours?
I gotta go. So that's the thing too, is Vietnamese food. That's my favorite food.
That's
I mean,
fire.
you grow up and you just, you miss mama's cooking. It feels nostalgic. It reminds you of home. It reminds you that you loved. And so for me, I gotta go with banseo. And if you haven't had banseo, which it's like yellow. It looks like a crepe, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like crispy
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
It's like rice flour. And then they put like bean sprouts inside.
We have that too.
You guys have that too?
Yeah.
Dude, that's my favorite shit. So like
Ours is called bancheo.
mancheo, and it's similar.
Exact same.
What? I need to try the Cambodian joint.
I don't know how to make it, so that'll be my mom's next video.
Yeah. Oh,
So where do you
dude.
get
Yo, have
Cambodian
your
food
mom.
at?
Yeah, do that one.
What's that?
There's no
Where do you
Cambodian
get
restaurant.
y'all food at?
I don't have any. There's no Cambodian foods around here.
That's crazy.
Not a single restaurant. Nothing. There
You
used
need
to
to
be
do
one.
that too.
I mean, I thought about it. I thought about investing in one. I'm not gonna run it.
Yeah, true.
We need a Southeast Asian food hall.
That's true.
Oh, that was fire.
Crazy.
Thailand, Kumbo,
Oh
crazy.
man,
Dude, that would be crazy.
why not?
because all those food complement each other really.
Yeah. And I want to see like more restaurants do like the exotic shit, like the crazy shit. It's like you can get banseo pretty much everywhere, and it's delicious. I like to break it up and then put it in the lettuce, almost like a lettuce wrap, and then dip it in the fish sauce,
Oh
the
my
McMama.
God. Peanut. Just
Yeah. Or what I've been doing lately. So they do these things where you put the banseo inside of a spring roll wrap, and then wrap it up, and it's way cleaner that way, and it's delicious.
because it always falls apart.
Yeah, always.
I just
That's my shit.
sometimes I chop it and just throw it in the fish sauce and then just eat it with the fork.
Just eat it, yeah. Make a bowl out of it.
Yeah, make a bowl out of it, basically.
It's delicious.
about
Yeah.
Me? Well, one is called Koa, which I actually have. That's the first video I did of my mom. Koa. All it is pretty simple. It's just either usually it's ground beef. And usually old school style, they get a big old wooden thing, they chop it up. I'm like, Mom, you could just buy ground beef already ground up instead of getting steak. So all you hear is
not the same.
the whole time. But Koa I love, and it has this ground beef has seasoning we call krung, and it's just like a mixture of different things of like lemongrass and lime leaves and a little bit of shrimp paste.
Nice.
Yeah, just all, and then that's like in liquid form. So you got the ground beef, and then you already have that all mixed up in a jar. You kind of pour it in there. And I actually want to start selling my mom's krung in the jar, because she always gives me these jars that are like old jars that used to be like bamboo jars or something like that. And now it has
They
filled
keep
with
every
krung.
jar, dog.
Yeah, they keep every jar. Is that an Asian thing, right?
Just do serenade in random ass jars.
Dude,
That's so Asian, bro.
that's the way to do it.
It's like my
One's
mom's
25
mom was
ounce.
in like a fucking peanut jar for the longest fucking time. You know, Planters peanuts.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Same.
Bro, that's
No,
funny.
they
bro.
don't waste
Like,
shit, bro.
My mom likes
They
to
don't
put
waste
everything in
shit.
like butter packets. Or
Oh,
the
really?
butter
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like,
Oh, the containers.
Butter, yeah, the container.
Oh, for real? That's
so
funny,
Asian,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all.
The little containers. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
We
what
do
they
the same
do.
shit.
My mom washes
resourceful.
plastic forks.
Yeah.
No, she don't, bro.
No, she
Oh, yeah, my
does.
mom
And I'll be
does
like,
too.
Mom, you gotta throw this shit away, bro. I love her to death. But yeah, they try not to waste, which is sustainable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's probably good for us to learn. Not to waste shit.
What's my favorite food from a different culture? That's a good dang
Well, I didn't
question.
say one of those either. I say,
No,
I'm gonna go generic and say sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, man, I love sushi. Sashimi.
I do love
Never
sushi
thought
too.
I
I
love,
do love
it.
sushi too.
That's probably my favorite. Sushi, sashimi. Yeah, man, Japanese people know how to make sushi.
But like I love sushi whenever I have sushi, but then I'm like, but I like something with a lot of flavor, like more savory.
Like Thai food then?
Like Thai food. Stuff like
You like Thai food? Like spicy?
My baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do love
That's
Thai
all I eat every day, every meal.
Is Campbell food spicy?
It's just like Thai food.
Is this like
Oh,
a
really?
In that sense.
Dang, so
yeah.
Laos, Thai, and Campbell are like
Spicy.
real similar.
Yeah,
Food-wise?
they're all very
That's why
similar.
we have the same New Year.
Yep.
That's funny.
Same New Year. So yeah, so when every meal I eat, I always have fresh Thai chili peppers. Always. I buy it at the Asian market. So I'll eat rice, eggs, and bacon with 4 chili peppers. And I'll just bite it. And
Yeah,
just
that's,
eat.
you know, OG.
I
I like cutting it up and like sprinkle it in.
Yeah.
The red one.
Yep. Red, green, orange, whatever.
These joints.
Yep.
Yeah, my
That's why I
pops be having these.
That's what I eat every single day.
My pops is growing that in
every
his
day.
house right now.
Yeah, they grow it outside. It's in his house.
Yeah, it's in the house. It's in outside in the backyard.
So does he?
good for just
He does the
some
same
tea.
thing
He
as
lives in-
Kri. Is like he just have like 2 or 3 of them.
He probably got some in his
With
back
every
pocket
meal,
right now.
and just take a little bite out of it. Right there.
You know what Jesse say? He said he probably got some in his back pocket right now. I said, bro, that's, what a racist joke, bro.
That's funny. That's funny how you did that. That's funny how you did that.
What's another thing
I just
too?
did to like the homies. They get so mad. Like, you said that?
Funny as hell.
Thai chili peppers. Yeah, I eat that with every meal.
shit's
And like I got my daughter. My daughter doesn't eat the Thai chili pepper, but she'll eat hot sauce with every meal.
You put that
She'll just grab it and drink it.
in McMum, don't you? You ever do
Yeah,
that?
they cut it up.
Cut it up.
Tiny. Well, there's multiple types. Like there's a Nook Mom that's like it's like a thicker sauce for different meals. They put a lot more of these in there. I think. I might be fucking up. My mom's like, "Nah, you wrong as hell." Sorry, mom. But yeah, we use Thai chili peppers a lot.
I might slide on it for
Heck
real.
yeah.
It's good though.
Grow that in the house or grow lime leaves in the house.
Yeah.
Any type of plants they just grow.
Yeah.
Because they're all farmers back in the home.
Yeah, my
home-
dad is in the middle of the suburbs right now, and his whole backyard is just
Plants.
yeah,
It's tight.
cropped up like
Really good.
pepper, cucumber, whatever kind of cilantro, green onions.
Yep. All
great.
day. Let's see. Wrap up. Final thing, I guess. Final thing. Taste the API this year, Saturday, April 29th, the last day of the NFL draft. So, Made Mob.
gonna be there.
Yeah,
Gonna be
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. We there.
We there.
Rep.
We're gonna do something very special for it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the Cambodian food. We're gonna bring the serenade, and my family's gonna come from Iowa. Cook some food for everybody, and I just want to try everybody's food. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of vendors?
Try to eat all of
Yeah.
it.
I'm trying to
It's
get
fun, I'm
everybody.
excited.
Got to get everybody locked in. The vendors anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, we're excited too, man.
as long as we get all that in, and we're good. But I mean, we can talk forever.
Yeah, right. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
The sequel coming soon.
Appreciate you stopping in.
I told you we should have a podcast.
that's it.
pretty
I know.
much is.
It's be new podcast
you.
just started.
Right.
Ako entrado.
The immigrants.
First
First gen.
First gen.
First gen.
Man, I heard y'all talking about food.